Yeah, I had to struggle. Yeah, I had to hustle. Yeah. Whoa.
What it do, family? It's your girl Tamika, and I am back with another video. Listen, please pardon my voice. I know it's horrible. I sound like a grown-ass man. It is not cute. I really apologize. If it's your first time here, smash the subscribe button. Turn those post notifications on so we can stay connected. Shout out to the squad gang. I love y'all, S&T. Thank you so much for coming back and tuning in. Listen, man. Today's video, I'm going to try my hardest to get through it. Because I just been tickled. I just been so tickled. Do you know, like, it really makes your whole day when you do videos and you just know in your heart you're telling the truth about it. And it just makes it so much better when it's confirmed. Look, you guys, I'm going to do a reaction to Martin Lewis video. I know what y'all gonna say. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my supporters, you know what I'm saying, is not really a big fan of Martin Lewis. And I, too, have questioned him. But one thing I can always say about Martin Lewis is that I'm going to always give him credit for, because it's a thing that I'm always talking about on my channel. Like, we're not journalists, but I feel like we always have an obligation to people. So I feel like if before we run a story on someone, to at least have concrete evidence, or at least try to do some research on behalf of the person that you're doing a story about. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that you owe them at least that. You know what I'm saying? From an integrity point of view. But without further ado, we gonna slide into this video. Martin Lewis just did a video earlier, and I think it's titled something like did Lee, Queen Naja's manager, scam fans, or something along the sorts like that in a source. So we gonna react to it. So without further ado, let's slide into it, man. Let's get it. Before we get into a video, I'm just gonna give you guys a quick synopsis of what's going on, just in case you might not know the ins and outs of the situation. A few weeks ago, 10K Squad channel was terminated due to copyright infringement. The internet was in an uproar. A lot of people were speculating that, you know what I'm saying, it was Queen Naja's account that had the channel removed. Then there were stories that Janae, you know what I'm saying, which is Aries' mother, you know what I'm saying, was the reason behind it. And at one point, she actually did think that she had, that she was the reason on why the channel got removed. And she showed empathy for it. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying, I wanted them to be punished, but I don't want them to stop feeding their families, you know what I'm saying, and yada, yada, yada. So it was revealed later on, you know what I mean, or whatever, that 10K Squad got a new channel. Which their first video that they dropped, they said channel shut down along the sorts or something like that. Queen Naja gets us shut down. It was something like that. So quite naturally, it intrigued a lot of fans, a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people clicked on the video or whatever because they wanted to see what happened. Now, in that video, they revealed that Lee was the one that was responsible for getting their channel taken down, or something along the sorts. You know what I'm saying? And for people who don't know who Lee is the manager and the CEO of Spicy Management. And in this video, they revealed that Lee was the one who sent them an email, pretty much basically saying that she was responsible for the whole situation. They even went as far as saying, you know, they knew that it was Lee because the source that they have, you know what I'm saying, knew something about their channel being terminated before they did. You know what I mean? And it was an immediate response between other family members of Queen. Now, you know what I mean? I tell you this situation because I wanted for you guys to understand the content of what was going on. Now, the email that they said that Lee sent, you know what I'm saying? When I seen the email, and I'm going to show a clip of it. You know what I'm saying? When I seen the email, I immediately knew that the email was flawed for so many different reasons. And it was quite hilarious to me that, you know, Martin Lewis kind of shared the same opinions that I had on the situation. And it was hilarious to me because when I first read the email, the first thing that I do is I use common sense. When I seen it, it said something about Spicy Management, the director. Lee is not the director. Like, it was just retarded to me. Then, you know, it was something along the lines that she sent the email at 10 p.m. at night. No person is gonna send any type of email like that when you're talking about a lawsuit at 10 p.m. It's just not professional. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people want to say that Lee's not a good manager, but I mean, at least give her credit for knowing the ethics of business. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, now that makes no sense. And then the last thing that really piqued my attention is that it was a lot of misspelled words in the email, and it just didn't even sound professional. That was another flag for me, because I'm like, I've seen posts of Lee, and she can definitely spell, and she's very intelligent, so this doesn't add up, you know what I'm saying, to being who wrote this email. Martin Lewis also agreed with that as well, you know what I'm saying? And then the final straw to me, you know what I'm saying, was the fact that I feel in my heart that if a situation like this was going on, that Lee wouldn't even send the email personally. She would have had her attorney to do it. So those things are automatically just let me know that the email was flawed before it was confirmed that the email was flawed. Or not, I won't say flawed, because the email was written, but we know for a fact the email was not written by Lee. Okay, so I'm gonna play a couple snippets from Martin Lewis. Check this out.
TNK's channel got taken down. They're basically saying that it was Lee that took it down and they had no receipts.
And said that she was gonna file a lawsuit, which we know she couldn't. So we didn't give a damn about that. So what they did was figured out, oh, and she even said it, because of the song, the video, music and stuff y'all reacted to.
This is so messy. So let's get straight into the drama. Now let's move on to the email that they received from Lee. The email says, "Hi TNK, I am Lee Villegas, the director of Spicy Management and also the manager of Queen Naija. Red flag number 1, why isn't it not using Queen Naija Bull? Anyway, it has come to my attention that you have posted numerous amount of videos on the YouTube platform, posting extremely negative things about Queen Naija and her family, friends, and associates. Because of this, I, Lee Villegas, am kindly asking you to take down the videos that you have posted about Queen Naija in 24 hours. And if not done so within that time limit, Queen Naija will sue TNK Squad. Go defamation of character. Go defamation of character." Again, very unprofessional. If you look at Lee's Instagram, she doesn't have like bad spelling or mispronunciation or miswording, sorry is the correct way, with her writing. That being said, the videos posted on TNK Squad on Queen Naija needs to be permanently deleted or you will be served by June 20th, 2019, 10 p.m. Thank you. Now, they were never served, and when their channel got taken down, they received an email by allegedly Lee saying, "You are aware that your channel has been terminated. In case you did not know why such a tragedy has happened, it's mainly because of the fact that TNK Squad has mentioned multiple things about Queen Naija and used her music in your videos. I warned you a few weeks ago about this, and I am tremendously thank you to the YouTube team, and I am extremely glad that your channel has been terminated. This way, I do not have to go through the long process of filing a lawsuit against you. With that being said, the lawsuit has been cancelled. Have fun, TNK Squad!" Okay, just because someone emails you in an email called Spicy Gang doesn't mean that it's Lee. We kind of got to use critical thinking. As you guys can see in the email, TNK never showed Lee's full email. Now, I typed in Spicy Management at Gmail, for example, and another band on YouTube called Spice Gang has that email. So that is not Lee's email. To Lee's Instagram, her email says booking@spicymanagement.com. So I put spicymanagement@spicymanagement.com. That email does not exist. Unless the email that TNK has is Spicy Management #1, which wouldn't make sense because it's Lee's own personal business app, if that makes sense. Not only that, on Instagram, I understand a lot of people will be like, well, as you can see, it says bookings. Duh. Obviously, it's an email only for bookings.
Hello.
But you got to keep in mind, it says business inquiries. So therefore, this email is most likely only the email that Lee has. Now, I hate to go back and forward with T and K, but again, they have me on block. So I can't ask them a simple question so I can go digging and searching where the email belongs to. If they were to show the full email, we will have an understanding who this is and if it really is Lee. Now, because of the bad writing and we don't know the full email, I, at this point, do not think this is Lee. Nothing to hide and you believe this is Lee. Show us the email. Now, the other reason why they knew that Lee did it is because they had word from their connect.
How we definitely know for sure it was Lee, because we got word from the connect that soon
before the channel went down, yeah.
They said T&K Squad channel is gonna go down.
Somebody got a call in their camp and said the channel about to go down. Watch this. Therefore,
somebody. Reba got the call. Tina was already talking before we even knew that our channel was down.
You guys hear me talking about videos all the time, and I always throw around this word source. And I hate it sometimes because of freedom of press and things like that. You can say you have a source and you don't necessarily have to reveal it. You know what I mean? And that is the loophole that a lot of people who just come up with fake stories to get views and shit like that, they use that. So I used to always feel so weird about the source that they used to always say that they had. You know what I mean? For starters, I always knew that it was not nobody who was close to Queen. It's just common sense. All right, I want to play devil's advocate real quick. If you were someone who had very good information on Queen Naija and Clarence NYC, and it's clear that you probably don't like these people, especially if, you know what I mean, you trust, this T&K Squad with that information. My only question that I have, and I'm not shitting on nobody because I don't even got 16K yet, but T&K Squad probably had something along the lines of like 50K before the channel got terminated. And I just used to ask myself, okay, like, if I was a person with this type of credible information, and there are many big T pages, you know what I'm saying, with huge followings or whatever, that would sometimes pay for this type of information, I used to have to ask myself, why would a source go to T&K? You know what I mean? Like, what actually could they do for them, monetary wise and growth wise? Because at 40K, they don't have that much of a presence to be like, all right, listen, I'm gonna tell you this information, and listen, I need this type of influence. So I'm not shitting on them at all, but it just never made sense to me on why a source would go to them. You know what I'm saying? Of all people. That's why I found it very, very hilarious when in this video that Martin Lewis had revealed his conspiracies about who he thought the source was. Let's take a look at it.
We were able to find within this list that there were two people that were following both T&K and Nick at Night. These two people are on Chris Sell's side of the family, okay? Keep that in mind. This is someone that doesn't reach out to me and Choice TV. Me and Choice TV call out Chris Sells and we roast him a little bit, okay? So it makes sense that this person probably does not like us at all. Anyway, out of those two people, T&K was following one of them. This person was Chris Sell's adopted mom. Now, allegedly, according to Voice for the People, this source, which I'm assuming is Chris Sell's adopted mother, only spoken to T&K once. Also, Chris's adopted mother posted,
I wish I could just tell what I know. Let's get facts and not just go off thoughts and opinions.
Now, as you can see in the video, his source, it was a conspiracy theory. And he made it very, very clear that none of that was facts. So if you follow me, I would just ask for you to give him the same respect and not run with something that's not concrete. You know what I'm saying? That's just this overall assumption over the situation. I'm going to be completely honest with you. At one point, I thought it was Chip. I thought it was the grandmother. You know what I'm saying? But this information kind of make me stand corrected a little bit. And it's good stuff. It's good material. And I never really felt like Tina was the one. I will say that the reason why I didn't believe she was the one is because she had her own issues with TNK. And I really, really was just hoping that she would not stoop as low to side with people who have just been tarnishing her sister for years. You know what I'm saying? So I was really thankful to hear that. Excuse me, you guys. I just wanted to do this video because it's very important to people to be very, very careful on the things that they trust, especially on this social media platform. You know what I mean? People owe it to people, if you're going to run a story, to at least do some type of research on the topic. You know what I'm saying? I would never put a story out, you know what I'm saying, without doing my own research on it. You know what I'm saying? And believing wholeheartedly this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And if I'm proved wrong, I have no problem whatsoever admitting that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're not perfect. I get a lot of hate because people see that, you know what I'm saying, I take up for the royal family a lot. And I do that because when I see these type of stories, you know what I'm saying, it really rock my socks because it's just no truth to it. It's no merit. You know what I mean? And trust me, I want to change my life too. Shit, I want to take my wife on a trip. I want the views. I want to grow. But I'm not going to compromise myself to do so. And that's the difference between, you know what I'm saying, myself and a lot of YouTubers. I'm not saying that it's not YouTubers who operate on that same agenda, because I feel like Martin Lewis is one of those people who do that. I feel like he will at least research a story before he just put it out to the masses. And that's all that a person can ask, you know what I'm saying, especially on YouTube. I am tickled, you know what I'm saying, because they got debunked. It just was no validated, how can I say it, validity. Excuse me. It was no validity in the video that they put out. I didn't believe it when they put out, and just watching this video from Martin Lewis just confirmed how I felt in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And shame on y'all, man. Y'all doing it dirty, bro. Y'all are lying like that. Like, I mean, maybe they just really thought that email came from Lee.
I've never emailed nobody. I've never called nobody. I've never talked to anybody. That's all I'm gonna say.
And that just further what I'm saying. It's like you have to do research before you just put out a story. Because at the end of the day, they come back and bite you. And it'll have you looking really, really retarded. And not only that, it compromises your integrity from other sources. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. I mean, I don't really understand how anybody could probably believe a lot of things that they say after this video. It's quite sad. You know what I'm saying? However, it ain't none of my business. It's above me. But I did want to come and react to the video so I could laugh at it. Because it's hilarious. It is very, very hilarious, man. Shame on y'all. Y'all knew that shit didn't come from Lee. Y'all was showing out, man. I dig it, though. Shit, they had to get it back. They had to get their followers back. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. It's a lot of people that clickbait. I'm going to probably clickbait this video. And I'm going to let y'all know that I'm going to clickbait it in this video. That's how I troll. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest about it, you guys. Look, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all of the support. Man, y'all stop believing these sources, man. And shame on it if it's Chris L's mama who's the real source. Shame on them. Y'all wrong, bro. Like, this shit is crazy as hell. Look, I love y'all, man. I appreciate all the support that I have gotten so far, man. Share the channel with a friend. I am trying to grow. Watch my ads. I am trying to grow. You understand me? I love y'all. About to get out of here, y'all.